started hauling wood from there to Dauphin here. Then the prisoners, they cut it, they turned around, hauled it, piled it up out there, and we'd go up there to the piles and load it, bring it in and bring it to the CN yard. Unload it. If there was empty cars, we had to load the cars. I went into the office, but they came and gave me another older fella, Josh was his name. We were going along good with him. He was real good with us. And so this one day we thought we'd bring him in for dinner. The dog. Oh, I stopped at the guardhouse and told him. I asked him, and I said, I want to take him in. And he told me to go ahead and take him, but make sure you bring him back. So we turned around and we brought him in. We went and unloaded our wood, drove over and parked by the back of wings there. And Eugene said we should take him in for a beer, a Drury's beer. That was all Drury's then. So we went in there, bought him a beer, and then went back and taken him into the wings for dinner. And those Chinese people, when they seen him come in with all their red patches and stripes, they were just going, they all run the kitchen there. They were just going in there, Chinese there.
We got into Dauphin, and from there we were transported to the camp. My first impression was, oh, they spent really money on that place. For that time, it was just the top of the line what they did. I mean, the outside sure dirt road, but what the heck can you expect out there? We had a person who fed the stove in the winter time during the night. We had a big dining room. We had our own cooks. As a matter of fact, one of the cooks was the butcher in my wife's hometown.
In the cook shack, the only thing was this cook there, he was an older guy there, and he had stoned in the afternoon already, you know, and we used to try to find where's he hiding the whiskey, you know. And this one day, he didn't know who was in there. There was two of us, we were doing something, I forget what we were doing, something there. And here he opened the cupboard, he brings a bottle of yellow stuff. And here he gets up quick and put it back, and after he went out, we went and got was that lemon extract, that's what he was drinking. That's what he was getting tight.
I know we had somebody who made booze, but it was a completely quiet deal. Plus, I think the Canadians were in there with the business too. He must have worked day and night because a lot of bottles went out there. It was rough, but what the heck was alcohol? And they were old boys, World War I veterans. They were just like me now, you know, old. You know, that was personally done from Canadian government because we had hot hats. Boy, I tell you, we had hot hats in there. They were ready to take that camp over, which I found stupid because what the heck, 20 miles away were airplanes with live ammunition we were training. What would they have done to us? Could you imagine that? I told them, stupid idiots, I thought.
On March 13, 1944, Max Neugebauer got hit by a tree while cutting wood in the Riding Mountain National Park as part of his duties as a prisoner of war. He was brought to Dauphin, where he died in the General Hospital, and on March 18, 1944, this is where Max was laid to rest. In September of 1970, Max Neugebauer's body was exhumed and moved to Kitchener, Ontario, where all of the German prisoners of war that died in World War II are all buried there. They had to find a church that would bury him, And several of the local churches, I do believe, refused to bury him. However, the Roman Catholic Church, he was buried at the Roman Catholic Church. Let's say you were a local driving by this street, and the funeral procession is coming out of the church, and of course there's the flag, the Nazi flag draped over the casket. I think would have been quite an interesting reaction, I suppose. We were the proud men of the Africa Corps. We came to this land, we were prisoners of war. Taken to Cairo in hot, dusty cars. We boarded a ship in Madagascar. No cigarettes, no whiskey, not even bad jokes. We prayed for no torpedoes from the German U-boats. Mombasa to Durban, we saw the seaport.